I've often thought about what would the perfect player look like.
It might play the game in a completely different way from the way that we play it.
As a chess player, you want to know more about chess, you want to get deeper, and there is so much still to learn.
AlphaZero played a match against Stockfish, which was the strongest computer that we all knew, and it won the match.
And all of a sudden I thought, wow,
does this really work? How does it know how to do it?
I started thinking, oh, it's quite interesting. And there's just a couple of games that went bang.
And these were very exciting games, very attacking games, giving pawns away right at the early stages of the game. The other computers were thinking, well, that's too early.
AlphaZero doesn't have any rules. It learns through experience.
Really did think there was room for this huge attacking style, never in my wildest dreams.
There's even more depth than we thought in chess.
It's like discovering the secret notebooks of some great player from the past.
It explains AlphaZero's strategies.
How does AlphaZero think? AlphaZero blows apart what traditional engines are doing.
Hello and welcome to this stream, the England versus ECF versus Chess Federation of Canada team battle, and it's all quite tight really, because the ECF is one player short at the moment.
Oh, still one player short.
One player short. Okay. So
maybe one of us has to pick up the baton.
Do you want to do that this time, Natasha?
Not especially, but I mean, I'd prefer to. I can't do both, but I can.
Oh, all right, I'll do it.
No, it's fine. But then I suppose we don't really want to just look at my game.
It's
Are we still?
We're still one player short. So I think. Oh, wait a minute. Is that true? Is that still true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, I think we're fine.
I think we're 20.
We're 20 now. Okay, that's great.
Way. It'll give us more variety, won't it, if we can?
Yeah, it does work better for commentary if because I mean with the arena with the live chess you can just play one game and then stop. Hey, Pesa, hi. But with this one, I mean, you're just stuck to playing playing the game, and then you'll only see one of our games, which is well, it's nice to see a little bit of difference because it's a good matchup. But I think I mean, even at the top, the Canadian team is pretty much matching the ECF team, which is very unusual. Just looking at the bottom there, yeah, I mean, there's a big rating difference.
Really?
So yeah, no, I mean, I think Canada's looking.
Maybe okay, I could just play for the blitz, but if we don't look too much at my game, and then the Rapids will commentate.
Okay, no worries. Go for it.
Help.
Go for it, Natasha. That's
only
lovely.
If it helps. I sort of prefer the commentary to play, but anyway, do you think that would make the match better for everybody? Starts in 1 minute. I've got a minute to decide.
Yeah. It'll definitely help. I mean,
okay. For the good of the team, I will. Okay, there we go.
Do you want to stay on? I will just leave you on stream, but you just concentrate and you don't need to say anything.
I'll multitask.
That's so good. Hey, you're playing against Austin Power. That's who you're playing against. Well done, Natasha. We are. I mean, if you're winning, then shout out, and then I'll focus on you.
No way, don't, because if I was winning, because the last time I did this, I was a rook up, and then we started looking at my game.
Oh, the ECF team is getting a little bit of strengthening there. Thomas Rendell going on top board there. So we're stronger again at the top, so that's pretty good. And we sort of match a little bit in the middle. I think sort of up to around your board, and then suddenly we fall away a little bit. And
my board will be a big drop off.
No way, you're a good blitz player. You're a very good blitz player. Canada have brought in a strong player as well. So there's quite a bit from Canada. Very solid team all the way through. So It's going to be a bit tough for you to play, Natasha, because you're going to be distracted by me talking as well. But
should I drop out again? Do you think? 8 seconds. I think I'm playing.
Fair enough. You're going to do great. You're a good bliss player. Come on, that's okay. It's going to start soon. So
already started, in fact.
It started. Right. So Thomas Rendell starts off with the birds. Oh, and he's met with the. We're going to get we're getting a from Gambit G5. Do you know there have been massive?
Weird. I've played a move, but my clock's still ticking.
Oh.
What does that mean? I'm going to refresh my screen. Reload site.
That's not good. Now, this open has been played a lot in computer chess recently. There have been loads of engine games in this, and the general feeling is that white is doing well, black is doing fine, but it's just a very complicated position. So bishop f5 is a possible move here, and I think also bishop e6 has been played as well. Maybe queen e7. What's happening, Natasha?
It's a disaster. Oh, God.
No, don't say that. Oh, castle's kingside is unusual here because, I mean, normally you want to keep this h file and, possibilities of rook h2 and bishop takes g3. So this is already looking very good for Thomas there. Let's have a quick look at LMAT. This is Matty Turner, I think. So black against Professor Chess 101. Pretty solid. I guess castle's kingside is what's going to happen. Bishop h6. We meet with bishop f6. Yeah, bishop f6, easy. So very solid position. Not much happening there. B unit against Bullet Mercenary. Well, there we are. We know what he's good at, but this is quite pleasant for Bogdan. This weakening h6, it just means that the light squares are just a little bit weak. So it gives white nice possibilities for this sort of attack and g4 to g5. Very formulaic and but often pretty strong. How's it going, Natasha?
It's terrible. I lost my rook in the opening. I was losing after 4 moves.
No, yeah, come on, Natasha.
I lost concentration a bit because when my game didn't start. I played a move and it didn't
Keep
work.
it together, Natasha. Come on, rooks never matter for you. It's all about swindling.
It's worse than that, though.
Oh dear. Let's have a look at Hack Attack. Thomas Villiers, who you said has turned over a new leaf and is playing position.
It's on his. Have a look at his profile on.
Okay.
On whichever one we were commentating on yesterday, the profile says about Magnus.
Okay. So
you know
this is quite unpleasant for him.
Professor Magnus.
Okay, he's playing against Joe Smo again. He's playing against a strong player again. So now let's go. Let's have a look. We got Ocelot 32. Let's have a look how he's getting on there. Playing against Walter Griffey. Ocelot 32. So he's a pawn down. He's a pawn down, pardon me. Not too bad yet. We can probably play Queen F4 here. Actually, I think we probably need to, just to make sure we're covering that square against this knight and queen. Oh, Queen E4 is a little bit, because here we can take on E5 now. And if knight takes E5, then we go Queen H2 check, which is, well, I haven't calculated the finer details, but that's bound to be a little bit annoying. So, any improvement, Natasha?
No.
It's going to. Rusty Bridges. We've seen Rusty Bridges before. Playing against Hooligan. A very good thing for Hooligan. So, so actually, this is this is quite nice for white, really. Extra pawn. It looks like some sort of Albin counter gambit, maybe. And white's planning to bring, the knight round to there, and then maybe put it into there. So that's.
I've got threats in my position now.
Oh, good. Threats, that's what you need.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Falcon 13 taking on Momario, 400 points higher. Well, look at Falcon 13. 400 points outrated, but 2 great bishops there. Is he going to lose that pawn on D7, I wonder? It's going to be tough to keep it. going to be tough to keep it. You could try and throw in a sneaky here, so that if you go rook there, then I could play my bishop back there. That might be. Oh, actually, I think it's quite strong actually, because pawn there, rook there. I go bishop here. I think that would maybe be a good idea. Rook d1. Yeah, you're going to lose the pawn back, but should still be a draw, and that would be an excellent result for Falcon 13. Wow. Okay, let's have a little look. Who else have we got? Geordie Ed against H. Sadler. Has your threat taken root, Natasha?
Have a look. Well, no, don't.
No, I'll have a look only when you tell me.
Yeah.
And that's not because I'm not interested, but I don't want to jinx you or anything. So
yes, don't jinx me.
So Thomas Rendell has won already. Yeah, that's not too surprising. So he's a very strong blitz player, but he's playing against 25-48. I mean, Thomas Rendell now playing the Leningrad Dutch. I mean, this would be a big one if you could get a 2-0 on top board. Oh dear, Matty Turner in awful trouble, all sorts of difficulties and resigning. Oh, that's a big win for the Canadian player there. B Unit, how is B Unit? B Unit is better against Bullet Mercenary. Not 100% sure about that last move. Is F5 coming in? Maybe Queen H3 we can play. That's probably all right. So no, this is looking very good for B Unit. So that would be another important. I mean, really, that the ECF team has got to make. Just jumped out of the bath, Carl. Well, my goodness, it's how is Hakatak? Hakatak is in a bit of trouble still. It's very strong white knight there. Pawn on c6 is backwards. So, but it's got a little bit more time. So we might have a chance for a draw. How's Ocelot doing? Ocelot's in a bit of trouble here. Queen h1 check is coming in, and this rook on a1 is hanging. So I think you're definitely going to lose something here. I don't really know what you can do about this, Ocelot. F3, F4, yeah. But it's just Queen H1, and then Queen takes A1, and that's just going to be too much, I'm afraid. So looking a little bit difficult there. How about Rusty Bridges? Oh, Rusty Bridges! Rusty Bridges has got all the way back. Look at that! Great win by Rusty Bridges against Hooligan. So that one's starting again. Let's have a look. Matty Turner.
As well.
Sorry?
No, that's right.
You're doing well, are you? Are you doing well, Natasha?
Better than I was, but badly still.
Oh, okay. We'll keep faith, keep hoping, and just let us know when it's all better for you.
Yep.
So Thomas Rendell here. Oh, knight d5 is happening. Oh, knight b5 also. Yeah, this is a well-known trick actually, so I'm a bit surprised Thomas fell for this one. But b takes c4. It's for blitz, it's compensation, I suppose. But,
I'm gonna lose.
Come on, Natasha, keep it going. Play fast, play fast.
Oh, but I have to.
Bogdan Lalic, that's right, Carl.
But I have to play another game, I think.
You do, yeah. It's 2 games.
Okay.
So, have you lost that one, Natasha?
Yeah. But it should help the rest of the team, right?
Yes, indeed. So come on, B Unit. 33 seconds. Yeah, I mean, this is clearly winning. So would really expect B Unit to make this. This is quite good. Getting the rook into play, winning that pawn. But Bullet Mercenary playing very actively here. But I think we just take on C4. Oh, no, we take on C4 and go rook F2, I think was. Okay, rook H1. A little bit uncertain from B Unit here, but his time's good. That's that can't be good. That can't be good. I'm saying that, but rook E6 to go D5, D6. Bogdan. That's not clever. Rook F8 maybe. King E4, rook F8 maybe. Oh, good lord, he's given the pawn away. Well, I don't know. Is this still winning? Actually, I don't think so because we got bishop B5. Oh, Bogdan, my goodness. So this is in Chess Federation of Canada, 17.5, 7.5. So this is big. We need Thomas. Thomas has managed to drum up some pretty attractive looking cheapo chances, and he's got 2 pieces for the rook here. So I'm quite confident with that. Oh, good lord, Matty Turner. Bishop b4. He's trying out the tricks here. Actually, that's quite a sneaky little move that he's played. Bishop b4. How's that working? B takes A4, bishop B7. Yeah, no, this is. I think this is winning for Matty Turner. That would be a big one. B unit still going.
What was the score, by the way, in the first half?
Going to be a draw, this one, I think. Sorry, Natasha?
What was the score in the first half?
17.5, 7.5. So big win for Canada there. Okay. So I think we're really. Good Lord, actually. I think Bogdan's made it. Bogdan has won. He's going to get a mate on Rook A6. Is going to win it. Look at that. Well done, Bogdan. That was that's all going to work. That's very important. We need the points from the top players. Unfortunately, Thomas Villiers has lost there on board 4. So the Canadian top players are, they're doing pretty well really, because it was really where the ECF players wanted to make a lot of it, and not really managing that at the moment. Ferrari fan has lost. He's one of our bankers as well. How about Inglaterra against FM Larry, who's streaming live actually? FM Larry.
Cool.
But no, Inglaterra is going to make it. He's a queen up, a queen apiece, and 2 pawns up. So excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Inglaterra wins. Who is that? Next game is starting. Let's have a look. Who else haven't we seen? Geordie Ed. There's really just where the big rating difference starts. There've been some very good wins there. Danja scored 2 wins. We've got Vadim Kachurov against Samo 405. Let's have a look. Well, Samo 405 is the exchange up, but dangerous knight, dangerous pawn there. But it's quite a no, Natasha, please don't tell me
it's all going wrong.
E4 now would be maybe good, just to get E4, E3. Sorry, black's a piece down. I'm sorry, I hadn't seen that rook on F1. So this is awful for black. It looks like Vadim Kucherov is going to go for 2. Come on, David Sedgwick. We need David Sedgwick to pull through for the English team. DRS 44. He is white. He's not worse, at least. Playing against Hanging Bishop. So, well, he's not worse, I'm saying. He's a little bit worse, maybe. But come on, David. Natasha. No, Natasha's username is actually Natasha Regan. So you can't miss her. No, Thomas Rendell has lost. No, but how did he lose that? He was completely... he's got himself... He's fallen for a cheapo. Queen H8, mate. Queen F8, mate. My goodness, how does that sort of thing happen? Well, Matty Turner winning the second one, but that's a big blow on the top boards there. So Canada's really running away with this one. Okay, B unit, we need you, B unit. That's looking quite... is that looking quite decent? Yeah, bishop E4 will go... Rook takes F4 there. So this is looking like a good position for black. Looks like B unit's doing the business so far. Chess forever. Come on, Thomas. But no, he's not a piece down. He's actually a position up, more or less. This is a great position. Rook going to come round to the D file. Queen can come to C3. Bishop E3. No, knight takes E5. Oh, my goodness. Knight takes E5 here. This is just a blunder. And suddenly black's right back in it. Okay, but I'm actually thinking that bishop d5 is quite decent here, maybe. Knight d7. Yeah, no, this is perfectly fine for black. Rook b5, bishop c6. Oh my goodness, it was looking so good for white. So that's looking a bit difficult. Puzzle 14. I don't know who Puzzle 14 is. But English player, strong player, playing against Ninja 888. So Puzzle 14 won the first game. He's 100 points lower rated, but this one's a bit tricky. I think 2 pawns down, sacrificing the exchange now. But I think that F4 will be a rather annoying move there. He doesn't win everything. You get Queen C4 though, so that's maybe possible. How are you doing, Natasha?
I'm back in it, but. I can't think straight.
can we go quickly to your game, or
yeah, if you like. Okay,
let's put you on. Let's have a look. Come on, Natasha. Keep on going. Come on, you're up on time. That's the most important thing, being up on time like that. Come on, Natasha. So need a lot of need a lot of good cheapo,
Lots of
cheapo
luck.
vibes here.
Luck is what I need.
Cheapo vibes here.
Oh my god. Let's put that one back.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great. Oh, you're doing great. Fantastic. All good, Natasha. Just believe in yourself. You're ahead on time as well. So all good. It's okay. That's all going really, really well. I'm got confidence in that. We've had Matty Turner, who's won this second game. That's excellent. Just have a quick little segue to B Unit just to see what he's doing. B Unit is doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's lost a pawn somehow. It's probably still equal, I guess. But we've got loads more time though. So oh, it's a draw. Draw my repetition. Maybe Bogdan could have played on just for some cheapo tricks, but anyway, 1.5 to Bogdan. Well done. How is Thomas Villiers? Ha ha! He has sacked the exchange.
Of course he has.
Cheapoing away. So and there's another cheapo coming in. I'm not sure he should have gone for that one because that sort of opens up his king somehow. Although Queen E4 check is happening now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 pawns to the exchange. Lots of cheapo chances. Queen H5 is probably, is that possible? Rook G8 check. I'm not too happy about it. Oh, Tommy tries it.
Now a rook up.
Oh, let's move. Come on, Natasha.
I could still lose.
No, you can't.
But it's unlikely.
You're doing it great. Look at that. Classic technique.
Yay!
Yay! Natasha wins. We were there at the ball. Yay! Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at Inglaterra.
Right. Joining the commentary now.
FM Larry is streaming, but he looks like he's going to be 2 down against Inglaterra.
It's harder when you're streaming. Good game. Say good game. It's telling me what to say. I'm just going to say it.
That's good. Inglaterra has played a lot of these events, actually, so a very strong player. But I think we do have to say that Canada have won this first round handsomely because 41-21. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. We do sometimes come back in the rapid play, don't we? We do.
We do. Our blitz is not normally our strongest suit. How about Chess Forever 64, who we always get confused with Thomas Villiers. So he's got 14 seconds to 17. Who is better and why? Well, I think that Black should really just be focusing on moving that H pawn forward. So this is definitely better for Black. Probably winning for Black, actually, looking at it now. Yeah. All rather difficult there. King C5, probably we should play King D7, just protect the pawn, and then just start moving this one up. That's not a bad move as well. That's a little bit risky. That's a bit of a risky way of doing it. I don't know whether we want to go D3 now.
Yeah.
But H4 is quite fast somehow, so I think this is probably going to be quite. This is probably going to be very good for white.
Yes, he beat Bishop back to E1. Oh, he resigned. I would have played on Bishop E1.
Yeah. No, I would have played on too, but yeah. Okay, that's all right. Baron 45 winning that 44-21. Who have we got? Inglaterra has just won. Oh, lovely checkmate there. Queen takes H6. Excellent stuff. Very nice. Well done, Inglaterra. 2-0 against FM Larry. Even matchup for rating, but 2-0. Geordie Ed against H Sadar. So Geordie Ed suffering a bit now in this ending pawn down, and but got a lot more time, which is good, but going to be a bit hard to really create some counterplay here. We could throw in a little Bishop E8 just to be annoying, and then you play Bishop D7 check quickly. That's always the idea. That should be the your blitz technique. You sort of play a move like that. The opponent has to retreat back, and then you just play a move like that quickly. I mean, maybe we should be looking for Rook H6, trying to
F5.
Bishop F7. Bishop F7. That's good. Great, and then we
F5 for white.
F5 for white. Yeah, that's quite decent. Probably Bishop D7, I guess, but F6. This is all It's all looking very good, I'm afraid. Let's have a look. Who else have we got? Oh, chess forever. We still got. F7, C2. Oh no, it's going to be
gosh, what's
Queen.
happening here?
No, Tom, no. It's gone horribly wrong. Oh no. I'm sure that was. Oh dear me. Oh Tom, sorry about that. We've jinxed you again. Moment. Let's have a look. Who else have we got playing? Nobody, I think. Is it really Geordie Ed who's the last man playing? I think so. Geordie Ed. So, but unfortunately, that looks like it's going to be another win for Canada to bring it to 46-22.
Okay.
So rook h3, e4 now is a good move. Rook back to f1. There we are. f2 is fine. And then we're just going to, e5 check. Oh, okay. e5 check and then f6. Just easy. No worries about it. Oh, f7 would have been fine here too. But yeah. Oh, f7 and that's going to be the win. So well done, well played, Canada. My goodness, 46-22 is going to be the final score there. Wow. Okay.
Well, let's call it 1-0 to Canada then.
Let's
our usual way of scoring things.
Now, let's have a little look at.
Canada's won the Blitz. How's the Rapid looking? How are we doing?
Yeah, let's have a little look at that and just have a look. See what. See who's actually in there. Nations League. Up. So, well, once again, oh dear me, look at that. That's looking like a pretty big team for Canada there. Are we getting a few people back? How many? Oh, we've nearly got 20 actually, I think, haven't we? Yeah, we've got 19 there. So looks like it's going to work out all right. But again, Canada looks stronger.
Yes.
We've got Professor C chess 24-55 on one. Yeah, I mean after that it's not too bad, but it's always yeah, the Canadian team is always stronger. So all right, so who is going to join for the English team?
Let's see.
We've got Chess Forever. Thomas Villiers is playing. William of Orange the 16th couldn't play the Blitz because he was having his dinner.
Okay.
But he's back for the Rapid.
Reinforcements. Very good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's what, another 7 minutes or so until it starts.
So we've got quite a few English players there. That's great. So now I wonder whether any of the stronger ECF players will be, or the strongest ECF players will be playing. I think every help is required, but the matchup is a lot more even here. I think it's I think it only you only start getting the big differences around here really. So you're talking about 200, 300 points, which is, obviously quite a bit. We just need a few more English players up around here, and that would straighten things out a little bit. But yeah, it's a very important one here because England is currently 4th in the table for the Nations League, and a result here would, of course, keep us there. I think. Canada, if we lose to Canada, I think we were getting overtaken, but yeah, it's what can you say? Crafty, it's looking good. Look how many people Canada brought out for the match.
Oh yes, they got
amazing. My goodness me.
So now, what's the time difference with Canada? It must be early afternoon for them, I guess, or around about lunchtime.
I don't know. They Nigel said that they were playing in various time zones. So of course Canada's a pretty big.
That's true.
Big place. So I don't know.
So somebody must be playing early morning.
Could be. you want to research that, Natasha?
Very interesting. 1:54 p.m. Is Eastern Standard Time. So time now in USA and Canada, but it will vary a lot.
I think they have a lot of different time zones.
So Edmonton, 11:55.
Oh my goodness. 5 hours, says Michael Gregg. That's the difference.
10:55. Toronto, 1:55. But they're all very civilized times. So that's
okay. Curses. That's why. That's why they're playing well.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Oh, it's a good turnout from the English team there. So, but you're seeing a few of these people who've got 2,300 ratings at Blitz turning up here. It's going to be.
So do you want to go? You want to have a go?
Oh, for a rapid, it's a bit long, really, because
yes,
it's a little bit. No, like I said, I love
Greg, who lives in Michigan.
Oh, Carl says Canada has six different time zones.
Oh,
my
God.
goodness me! Wow. So, let me just put the. Oh, Michael, you're Alan Mike. Yay! Hi. We've seen lots of your games. We'll make sure we have a look at yours against Mercourt. Jesus.
So you're in Michigan. So, okay. So you must be playing at around about 1 o'clock or whatever. Alan Mike, 75.
We will definitely have a look at Alan Mike. How much longer? 4 minutes, 14 seconds. Come on, English players. Keep on coming. Just a couple of players here, and that would be fantastic.
Do I play, Carl? Yes, Carl, do play, definitely.
Go for it, Carl. Absolutely. You're not Spuds, are you? Major Spuds anymore. You're something else.
I can't remember now. If you do play, tell us your name on chess.com.
Michael, so your real name is Alan Gregg?
Alan
Mike.
I'm sure I did know you. Did you used to play in England, right? Caracan Carl, that's right.
Oh, Caracan Carl. Okay, so we've got Caracan Carl, we've got Alan Mike to watch. Do make you win when we're looking at you.
2 p.m. Go on, Carl. You can do it.
Yeah. What have you got to lose?
Yeah, because at the moment there's more Canadian players, so it will give an extra person a game who's turned up, so that would be nice.
We've got Giblet 7 playing for the English team. I was just having a look at Mouse Lover as well.
Okay.
Who else have we got? Gherkin. Oh, Gherkin we've seen before.
Played yesterday. Yeah.
Coventry 123. That seems familiar as well.
You're playing Austin Powers, Carl. That's who I played. We played at the George Goodwin in Highbury. I used to play that all the time. Yeah, I definitely did have played you, Alan Gregg. I've definitely played you before.
Yeah, might even have played. We might even have played. Because I was at the. I was a lot at the George Goodwin place in Highbury as well.
Yeah. So, Carl, if you've learnt from my game, even if you do lose a piece in the opening, like what I did, both. Well, I lost a piece in one of them and a rook in one and a pawn in the other. You can get back into the game, so don't resign. All right. That's my tip. But you might even do it better without losing the piece or the pawn in the opening. That's probably my second tip.
We've got a few streamers here. So Bullet Mercenary is streaming on his channel as well. Red Rover is streaming. So lots of people are streaming from in Canada.
Excellent.
So
what is black? So I played e4, Carl, and he played one knight c6.
God, there's even preparation going on here.
We can prep all our players even. And then I played d4, and he played. I can't remember. I think it was e5.
B Unit has joined. B Unit is playing the rapid. He has played the rapid.
Excellent. Good to see you.
Good. It's sort of evening things up, but a lot of looking at it, a lot of Canadian players have joined. Look at that! They're so solid around the middle boards there. That's going to be, it's going to be a tough one for the England team again. But
Knight
You always
C6.
do better in rapid than in blitz. Oh, have we started?
No, I don't know. I think I'm just prepping Carl.
Oh, sorry, Carl saying the Chigorin. Oh,
Yes, that's why he played against me.
oh, it's D4, D5, C4, Knight C6.
No, E4, E4, and then he went Knight C6, and then it transferred because I went D4, but then he went E5.
Oh, E5, okay.
And then I went D5, he went Knight E7, and then I did F4, and then the trouble was I ended up going F5, and that's how I lost my rook.
Oh, F4.
H4 check. So don't do that. Don't go F. Yeah. Oh, you can use on.
H4 is quite decent. H4 is quite decent against Knight E7.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Don't go what I did.
5 seconds, 4 seconds. Oh, I think Caracan Carl has got somebody else. I think he's got Ballet Sale.
Okay. They might not play the same thing, I suppose.
Right, it started.
You have to play Austin Powers. You'll know what to do.
Let's start with Caracan Carl because we should have a little look. D4, D5, C4. So it's Caracan. Because
what if he goes Knight C6? Oh, he didn't go Knight C6. Yeah, I'll prep here, Carl, but I'm sure you've seen this all before.
So Queen's Gambit declined. Oh, B4, Ragazin. I wonder if you've has Carl read Nick Pert's book? Maybe, I wonder. That's
Knight C6 you go here. Showing my in-depth opening knowledge.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, this is quite a nice Ragazin, really. Queen A4 check, always find that a little bit on the early side. But yeah, we're now into a mainline Ragazin. This is transposed. So I play these lines as black, and yeah, quite enjoy them as well. So thing is, I mean, normally in these Queen's Gambit openings, black plays for C5. With a knight on C6, you end up playing for E5 a lot more. All right, Caracan Carl, that's pretty good. Let's have a quick look at Alan Mike.
Yes.
Playing against Chess Time. That's quite an even little matchup there. Chess Time 1997. Even though he says 2133, I imagine would that be his rating or is that when he's born? But Alan Mike 75. So 1971. So it's a pretty solid Queen's Gambit declined. Orthodox here, and B6, Bishop B7, C5, looking pretty solid. Right, let's have a little look at B unit because this is quite a big matchup here. So B unit, Bogdan playing Queen C2 against Semi-Slav now. So actually, black played a slightly unusual Semi-Slav, playing Bishop early to D6. It's now transposed into a mainline Queen C2. So yeah, been a lot of famous games in this. In principle, black is actually doing fine normally. There's a very famous game, Aronian against Anand, where Vichy sacked the whole house with black. I mean, white might want to try and clamp down with B4 on this C5 break. You often another idea is to go knight G5 and then knight to E4. Just again to try and clamp down on C5. You can also go something like E4, but you've got to be careful because E4, I go E5, and centre's quite tense. So I have to say I've really forgotten all of the move orders. They're quite difficult. It's really something you need to look at before the game when it happens, because it's quite difficult to line. So Bullet Mercenary is streaming at the same time. Okay. And playing Bunan. Oh, and that is a very solid sort of E4 opening here. So yeah, I don't know what white's. I mean, Bishop D2 is quite normal, and then we take and go E4, and it's just extremely equal. So I don't know whether I mean, you could try and do something a little bit more interesting. Bishop E2. I think actually that I've seen the line Bishop E2 E4. Castles, just sacrificing the piece on F3, and I might be completely wrong, but I seem to remember that the revered late Sir Stuart Milner Barry once did something like this. But possibly it's in the line of the C3 Sicilian, which looks very similar to it. But so Stuart Milner-Barry, of course, you know, an IM at the time, an amateur, very famous, attacking player of I
played on the next board to him in a county match years back in Cambridge. One of my teammate was playing against him.
Yeah, he was very keen on.
Very old. He played till till he was very old.
Yeah, I mean, I played some games against him when I was 9 or 10. I went to his house and played some games against him, and he played King's Gambits against me and beat me. So it was a very nice person, very nice and very strong player. So Canada already 3-0 up. My goodness, this is rapid play.
And of course, Sir Stuart, wasn't he one of the Bletchley Park people as well?
He was indeed. I mean, that's
part of our war efforts in the UK
indeed.
and the Second World War.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a chess amateur, but an extremely intelligent man and involved in all sorts of incredible things. This is looking very good for Board in Flame, and Board in Flame is who is Board in Flame?
Remy Tayo, isn't it? Remy,
that's right.
Tayo.
That's right. So he's a pawn up with a great position, which is definitely the place you want to be now.
Can't he take this D pawn?
I got to be. Oh yeah, no, we can do it. We can do it. We can take it. We can take it. That's pretty good. And if Bishop D4, then we even go Rook takes C8, Queen takes C8, and Knight E7 check. Forking king and
nice.
Queen there. So that's looking pretty good. Inglaterra is playing Joe Schmo 213, and Joe Schmo is he's 2088, but in Blitz he's 2300. So hey, Blindfold Chess, good to see you. So this is Joe Schmo's a pawn up, but it's opposite coloured bishops, not too much danger for the Black King. So decent drawing chances, despite the pawn less. Tom Villiers. Come on, Tom. We need you to sack stuff. That's what we need.
Is Tom back here?
This is looking quite nice. Got an open F file. He's playing an IM, actually, Baron 045. So is Knight G3 going to happen here? That is kind of possible winning the exchange, but we would probably play Queen A6 then. And then if Knight takes F1, then I can take on C6, which looks quite dangerous, but not clear. So, but this feels more like the good old Tom we know and love.
Yeah, is it Tom's white?
Tom is white. Yeah.
It's hard to see the names. I find.
Yeah, I so wish we could make these bigger. But I don't think it's possible in the.
No, I don't think it is. Yeah. Yes. Oh, okay. So this is more.
Anyway. Oh, King D7 from
what a fun.
E6 check. Come on, Tom. Instantly E6 check, followed by Knight E5, and it's the win for Tom Villiers. Come on, Tom. We need your points. We're 4-0 down. We need this one. Yes, Tom. Actually, you could absolutely guarantee that Tom was going to find that one.
Of course, he was going to find that. It's almost mate, isn't it?
It's virtually mate. Yeah. I mean, it's just. Well, I mean, I think the only thing you can do is go King E6, Queen takes C6, and then Knight D6. But I don't rate your chances very highly of surviving that. So excellent, Chess Forever, well played. Now let's have a look at Chess Forever 64, who is black, a very decent position for black here. I think white's maybe aiming somewhat transparently for a Queen C2 and Queen 8 and checkmate, but we could probably just go G6, meet that with that. So that should be quite nice, and black can sort of expand on the queen side nicely. Play rook
E8. Be playing for E4 maybe with that move.
Could be. Now it could be after E4 that we could actually take on D4 here because I think the two rooks would be quite nice if we take like that in your position. So the queen's not going to get in, and I think the queen will to do anything. So okay, that's looking good for Chess Forever. Ferrari fan. didn't have a happy time in the, I think, but now playing against Merco Jesus. So Ferrari fan, we need you. He's a pawn down at the moment. Is that serious? Well, it is really a pawn.
Pawn is not rapid play.
No, well, I think there's well, it's not. There's a few tactics flying around, but in principle, it's just a pawn, I think.
Yeah.
Let's catch up on Alan Mike again. Let's have a look, and then we'll catch up on Caracan Carl. Alan Mike doing quite nicely as black. No real problems there, I think. So excellent. Let's have a look at Caracan Carl. Caracan Carl is not a pawn up. Who is better and why? I suppose white's a little bit better here. This knight on e5 is very strong. This bishop is a little bit off. Caracan Carl counter-attacking against the pawn on f2. Queen g3. Well, maybe you can go rook f8 or something like that. That looks quite reasonable. Mustn't got to watch out. You don't allow a knight d7 at some stage, but as long as you keep this bishop on here, then you're fine. Yeah, it's just a little bit more comfortable for white, really, because you're really solid and entrenched on all these squares, and it's a bit hard to think, how is black going to shake white's position? But it's not, it's not disastrous or anything for black. So plenty of chances still. Come on, Carl. Let's go a little bit to the further down. Have a look at the people we don't normally see. Giblets. Giblet 7. Giblet 7. Ooh, with black looking quite good for Giblet 7.
I mean, attacking on f2 and d2.
Now, although the only thing I'm wondering about, although it's probably that's probably not very good. I mean, I was wondering whether we could take on e4, rook takes e4, and then knight c5 takes. And then go
F3. Yeah. That's
it would be very, very harsh, to be honest, if that was working. But it might well be working.
Yeah.
I can go rook e2, and then I throw in a sneaky queen c3, threatening mate. And I take on g4, and I think I've got everything covered. So that's really unfair. If that's working, I have to say, because it really looks. You'd really say black's done everything fine here, but. I think just the tactics are against you there. Rook e2, queen c3, f6 takes. You've got queen f3 to block. Yeah, that's looking a bit nasty. But well I mean, white's got to find it. If white doesn't find that, then Giblets is doing perfectly well. So, how about Baron?
It's on b4.
B4. That's a bit desperate. I think we can definitely consider taking on f2 now. That would that feels very tempting. Rook f2 takes, king takes, and then rook e2 check afterwards.
That looks
we
nice.
Must have something there. I mean, this must be huge for black.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I think there's definitely other good moves here, but that would be really good. I think. I mean, I think bishop d4 would also be quite strong. And I suppose bishop b4. I don't know whether there's something hanging. I mean, there might be something hanging with queen c4, maybe. I don't know. Bishop f2. Well done, Giblets. Give it some welly, Giblets. Knight f2 check. Rook e2 afterwards. King g1. Then you've got to find some sort of way of doing this.
Sack on g2 as well.
Sack on g2 feels very strong. I mean, you get queen d5 check in, and then bishop h3. Actually, that could be really strong. That could be really, really strong, I think. Yeah, I mean, this is looking really good. Really, really good. So come on, Giblets. Give it all you got, because this is against a much, 400 points stronger player. So, I mean, queen d2 is also reasonable. Rook d2 is also very reasonable, threatening rook d1 check. With stuff like this is that you get queen c3 in, and then white starts to. I mean, you've got rook d1 check, which might be a bit annoying, but in general, white's starting to get a few threats there. So I think rook takes check.
I would honestly take on g2 and see what
queen d5 check, king g1, bishop h3, and we're threatening mate on g2. And there's no really good way to cover that. So the king has to run. and then you come in with a check and a rook e8.
There's no white pieces really defending over there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think this looks really, really good. So fingers crossed. But it's a tough. I mean, Giblets, he's rated 1238. It's a tough one, really. But we've got plenty of time left, so hopefully that's.
Rusty Bridges doing? Is he on there?
Queen e7, a very sensible move. Protecting the rook as well. So the only thing I'm slightly worried about is Queen c3, because if f6, then we've got this move Queen c4 check, forking bishop and king.
Oh yes.
I'm a little bit worried about that one. We can throw in a rook e1 check, but there's always this problem with the bishop. So we'll have a look. We're thinking of you, Giblets. Who do you want to see, Natasha?
Rusty Bridges. Is he playing?
Oh, Rusty Bridges, because he is playing, and we saw him doing well before Rusty. Where's Rusty? I thought I saw Rusty Bridges. He was. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
He lost his first game though. That's. But he's now white. Right, rook there. Now, what I'd really like to do, I think, is to castle queenside. That's really what I want to do, and bravely claim that there are no tricks anywhere. I don't think there are any big tricks or nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's always. Well, I mean, rook g5, we go rook h8 check. So yes, I think castles would really be the move you want to play here. Just doesn't matter about the pawn. Just give it. That's great. And then rook takes h1. Great.
And then you can threatening rook h8.
Yeah, I mean, for the pawn, we've got plenty of, we've got compensation anyway. I mean, the Sicilian, what can you say? Oh, let's have a look at Nigel. So he's playing against Vadim Kachaturov, who did very well in the Blitz. Now, what's happening here is Nigel, he's the exchange down. Nigel's the exchange down, but got two pawns. And, these knights could be quite dangerous. There's some little threats around the king here. So, plenty to play for, I think, still. King f7. I wonder why he played king f7, actually. What was the idea behind that? King b3. That's a sensible move, just to get the king safe there. A little bit hard to. Oh, he wanted to protect g6. Sorry, that's what it was. It's not easy to think of an active plan for black. That's the only problem. You haven't really got any big outposts for your knight. That's why this isn't 100% easy. I mean, maybe a move like knight f5, and then play the bishop round to e3, just to establish some sort of central control. That wouldn't be bad, maybe. What you'd really need to get this. I mean, I quite like the idea of, that's not a bad move either, but of knight f5, getting the king out and trying to get this knight into play somehow.
You couldn't go knight d5, could you? The knight from e3 probably would have to be there, wouldn't it?
E5, possible. It's just these knights like this. I'm not 100% sure about them. I'd love to get this one active somehow. But, we're going to see what Nigel's come up with. This one's it's quite a tricky move. I mean, you've got ideas like knight f5 and knight c4. So White's got to be careful too. Knight d4. Now, I'm just wondering, actually, is this rook short of squares?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, bishop f4 is, or even. Wait a minute, because knight c4, there's rook f1 check.
Yeah.
Bishop f4. What you can do is you could go knight b5.
Oh, clever.
And just protect yourself that way. But I mean, it's all a little bit fraught, really, isn't it?
And you you can't go a6 because then the rook can take on b6.
And, the rook's hanging on b6. I mean, I could. I'm not quite sure White intended. Not sure. I don't think White notice that one really, but he seems to have got away with it. Bishop f4 and then knight d5. I just want to try and make a mess of it somehow with bishop f4 or knight c8. I'm not rook d7 check. I'm not happy about that one really. Or is he going to go 90? Maybe go 90. I don't know. No, I'm not happy about that one. That's giving the rook d7. And I mean, you're swapping off the rook. That's maybe not so. Maybe I'm being too harsh on that. You swap off the rook and then, yeah, I think this was Nigel's plan. And then you're going to try and move those pawns. But normally white should be better here, I think. You know, the rook and those pawns are quite a way away and these pieces are quite active. But still plenty of fighting chances. Puzzled 14. How is Puzzled 14 doing? Against Toy Toy. Puzzle 14 is a piece up. So that's looking good. 15 and a half, 3.5 for Canada.
Oh,
my goodness.
It's just that every single game looks promising for us. I don't understand.
I know. But Larry, FM Larry has shaken off his streaming curse to win again against Crafty 64. Let's look. David Sedgwick. Where was David Sedgwick? Playing against Tired Surge, and David is always full of energy. So you would hope that David could win this game, but he is a piece down, unfortunately, against Tired Surge.
Oh.
And Knight F3 check actually looks quite difficult for white there, because Queen F3 will have Queen H2 check.
Okay.
So that looks terminal, I'm afraid, for. But Tired Surge, he's so tired, he can barely keep his eyes open. So. It's I'm sure that's not going to work out for him.
Maybe you could go up to Knight F3. You could go King G2.
Well, 91 check at the very least.
Yeah, all right, you're right.
Queen G4. Coventry 123. I can't think offhand who Coventry 123 is, but I'm sure we've seen him playing before. Now, I've got a great rook on the 7th. Got some kingside squares I'm less happy with, but maybe it's not too serious. I mean, what you'd really like to do.
Does come from Coventry, or am I making that up?
Sorry?
I always make up these rumours. A Pezza, who comes on our stream a lot, isn't he a Coventry player? I'm not sure.
He's on our stream, so he can tell us himself.
Yeah.
So,
But he might be.
I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever known that he's from Coventry, but
It's right. One of these many things that I'm just making up.
I'm looking at knight takes g5, which is not as stupid as you might think, actually. It's actually rather hard to for black to break free without losing something.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if hg, I just go queen takes g5, and I'm just going to move my h pawn up to h5. Maybe it's best not to take it, actually. Maybe you could just go knight f4 or something. That might be rather more annoying. Yeah, I'm afraid so. That's maybe quite bad for white. Yeah. So, but maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe white's just going to go queen e3, you know, and just protect it, and maybe it's balanced. Maybe it's not too bad. It's just that I don't like those kingside squares. Things could always go wrong. I'm not sure how powerful this c-file pressure is. Well, queen e3. Rook f7. Yeah. Well, is white going to take on b7 here? And if rook f3, just go rook c7. That's possible. I mean, I suppose black has to go queen f8, really, to... we could go knight f8 in order to hide on h7.
I can actually tell you it's Ed Goodwin. Coventry 123 is Ed Goodwin.
Ed Goodwin, right. He's gone rook b7. Wow. I was still working out how that one was working. Is working. I mean, I'm wondering whether black can play rook f3, rook c7, and then just go queen f8 maybe, and just give the queen for those two rooks. You'll have the two rooks and a knight, and a great square there.
Yeah.
And then the question is, it's just a question as to whether you've got anything better than that. You know, do you have a way to distract the queen or to add some pressure somewhere?
You can
Boarded Flame has won this game against Nicholson Chess. So we need that point. 19.5, 6.5. Don't give up, English team. Don't give up. Queen f8. I'm just wondering, is there... And we can go queen c2.
Or queen e2 to hit the rook.
Knight F8. This is very risky.
G7.
Rook G7, King H8. You're covering H7, but don't we just have Queen C2 now? Queen C2 with Rook H7, mate. Yeah, I think so. I think we do. Look at Coventry. 1, 2, 3, go. Queen C2. Come on. Come on, Coventry. This will forever be our favourite town if you make this. My nephew's girlfriend is going to university in Coventry.
Oh.
Queen C2. That's the move. That's the move. Rook H7, Rook G7 coming in. I think it's curtains for Tartakova. Not only has he been dead for 70 years, he now has the...
He doesn't have a good position.
He also doesn't have a good position. So... amazing life Tartakova had, actually. I mean, he was still in the 1950s. He was still playing, and quite well after having been, I think born in 1880s or something like that. Been there for the birth of hypermodernism, all that sort of stuff. And amazing. Been through 2 world wars, all of that. It's really. Really an amazing life. There's a few chess players like that who who you really. Alekin's another. Bogolyubov is another one who you look at what they endured during their life
as well, didn't he?
Sorry,
Lasker.
Yeah, I mean Lasker was he died in 41, 42, but he was he was displaced from Germany and had to flee because of the Nazis. So yeah, I mean, really, it's I think the chess players of that era, they have some incredible things in their lives. So I mean, Alekin, lost everything. Was interned during the First World War as a Russian spy, and when he was playing a tournament in Germany, he lost everything, all his possessions during the Russian Revolution. And then once again, it's Second World War. It's again a very eventful time there. Lost everything again. The place where he lived in France was taken over by the Nazis. So yeah, I mean, it's really you just realize how lucky you are.
They'll be talking about us in 20, 30 years' time, surviving the
COVID
era.
They'll be saying, that those GMs like Matthew Sadler, they had to stay at home all the time for a year, and they weren't allowed to go out. They just had to play online chess all the time. It's it's not quite the same challenge, I suppose. But Tartakova's still thinking, actually. But I think this is just completely winning. So very impressive. Now, how is Nigel getting on? Because that was actually an interesting game, and we've Nigel's made a queen. Look at that.
So this should be what, a win or a draw?
This should be a win.
A win.
This should be a win, but it's certainly not easy. It's normally, the point is when the pawns have been moved forward like this, then you can always get the queen in behind, and so you can normally you normally have a way to get the king short of squares and win a pawn and stuff like that, but it's very hard to do.
You can go queen. Which way round do we do?
I think Nigel's going for the draw there, but I think the simplest thing would just be to just to bring the king closer. Just bring the king closer and because actually White's got a lot more problems than Black's for dealing with this, and the pawn's a very long way away, so there's no risk at all, So just bring the king in close and then wait and see what happens. There's mating threats possible.
Yeah.
It's I think Nigel's taken the draw there, so well played. I think he was probably relieved after a pretty tough game. How is Tom Villiers doing? Did he win that first game? He must have done. Chess forever. Oh, it's not saying, actually. Yes, he won that game. Well, somehow Black managed to survive down to this, to be honest, which is quite amazing. But he's playing an IM, so I mean, this is a very good result for him. So, and now a bit of hyper modern stuff here. I think Tom's decided to let go of his Magnus Carlsen phase and do what he does best.
See the natural Tom.
The hardest time, says Walsman. Yes, the Iron Curtain came down. East Europeans cleaned up. Computers killed everyone. COVID stopped it. Those old guys had it easy. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it is true. I mean, I think. I was part of the, you can say, the ruined generation that basically became a chess professional when the Iron Curtain came down, and had to the chess masters will turn into the 4 Yorkshire men. Yeah, that's a classic. I love watching that. Even my nephews, they're they're sort of what ones are 14, 15, but they love that Yorkshireman sketch. It's World War luxury indeed. It's well, I do have to say that I mean, looking back on it, what actually used to happen in it's why just giving a pawn away there? Can't we just? Sorry, it's white move. F takes c6. But I mean, looking at how it was in the old days. I mean, you look at the anti-cheating measures nowadays, but in the good old days, the early 1990s, it was pretty common for to see Russian grandmasters talking together, during the game continually, and
we used to chat, but it wasn't anything to do with the chess. We'd just chat.
I never chatted during my game.
You always felt the opponents were chatting about the chess.
But I mean, I mean, it was never reassuring, when you're playing, GM X 2600, and you see GM Y and Z also rated 2600, rushing up to him and having a chat with him. It was. And
also the tournaments where they would agree draws and save their energy for. If it was only 1 or 2 Western players, I heard stuff about that.
I minded that less really. It was more the looking back on it, it's more the the talking and the consulting during the game that I really think it made a huge difference. So I think from that point of view, I mean, we obviously there's online and oh good Lord Tom, you've given away the d6 pawn there, rook d6. Oh, Bishop e4, Tom.
What's going on?
Tom, what are you doing here?
Bishop f1 would be on freeze if you try and recapture.
Yeah, I know, but this is never going to work. This is never going to work.
I should go, Bishop c4 now, maybe?
Yeah, something like Bishop c4 is going to be strong.
To e6.
I mean, black's pieces are just awful here. I mean, Bishop c4, knight d5, queen d2, I think is getting disastrous, I think.
Oh, but this is the attack style, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, we can't complain. We can't ask for.
That's what we asked for. It is what we asked for.
Guitar man, you're saying that the 4 Yorkshire men, that's actually sort of documentary evidence of the truth. That's. I must say, yeah, no. Although must be tough. Must be tough playing your own brother. That's but enough about cheating and about how difficult it all was in the old days. I'll still take it. I'll still take all of that compared to some world wars, to be honest. That's now David Sedgwick playing against Tired Surge.
Ooh, look at this.
So Tired Surge, strangely, he may be tired, but his king definitely isn't. A Bishop d3 is not a good move because we got Queen d6 check, which looks very awkward. The king is going to have to move up to h4.
Oh gosh! And David Sedgwick is black.
David is black. I think what we can do, we give a check on d6, then we go back to h6. Ooh, sorry. So we give a check on d6.
Yeah.
King goes to h4. Then we go queen h6. King goes back, and then we go f5, threatening f4. And I think that's just absolutely winning.
That looks nice.
So king h4, and then queen h6 check, king g3, and then f5. I think is could be winning. I mean, g5 may also be winning.
Straight away, couldn't you? Or is that worse?
I could play f5 straight away. Yeah, I mean, this bishop d3 is so bad because it just stopped the you could have gone d4 and at least had some something to block there. But come on, David, we need it. 26.5, 13.5. It's not over yet. So Tartakova shocked by Coventry 1-2-3. Did Coventry 1-2-3 make it? He must have done. Oh, no, Coventry 1-2-3 lost.
Oh
no, Coventry 1-2-3. No.
That was so nice to played that attack.
Did he lose on time? Maybe I think he maybe lost on time.
Okay, yeah.
What actually happened? Rook G7, Rook F5. He played. Yeah, G takes F5. But we're so winning. Oh, Coventry 1-2-3. Oh dear me, I think he lost on time. Oh, hard luck. So how is Ferrari fan doing? Ferrari fan. Is this still the first game? This can't still be the first game. It can't be, can it?
No, you wouldn't have thought so, because they've got nearly 50 minutes left each.
But they're
it just hasn't recorded somehow.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, Ferrari fan is black here, and the positions. Well, it's probably a little bit better for white, isn't it? Really, these positions normally are, but not very much. Not very much. I mean, white's pieces aren't great, and black's got a few annoying little levers like b5 that might turn out annoying sometime. Actually, it's true. A few of the English games don't seem to be, because Tom won, and it doesn't seem to be recorded there. So now white's still thinking here after bishop takes e4. He's obviously shocked by Tom. Well, I'm thinking actually, if we go bishop c4, then maybe bishop d5 might have been better. That might have had some chances. So white's gone rook d1. Okay, but bishop d5. Hack attack still lives.
Yeah,
so, it's a little bit ropey. Fine. Yeah, this is still a little bit ropey. I wouldn't feel completely comfortable with black, because all this center seems to be collapsing a bit. But there's swindling chances. That's a good move. Stopping knight f4. That's important. You might throw in h5 with white here, just to go h5, h6. That might be quite useful. How's B unit doing, by the way? We haven't really looked at B unit at all.
We didn't have a second game, did we?
Got distracted by everyone else's games, and B unit won his first game. Excellent, against Professor Chess 101. So that means then that is he playing his second one now? He should be playing his second one. Here we are. And it's a French defense here. F6. How's this looking for black?
Black in this.
Yeah, no, it's sort of all right. This is sort of all right. Maybe if you go e takes f6, you might consider playing queen takes f6. Actually, hitting the rook on d4 and then the pawn on f4. Because I think you've got to go knight e2 to defend both of those. But then you might be able to play e5, and just really break out with a lot of play.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite. Actually, I think Bogdan had a famous game. I think with white against Korchnoi with black, and in this variation, and Korchnoi won a famous victory. But Bogdan knows a lot about this stuff. Inglaterra drew with Josmo, which was good. He was a pawn down in that opening game, and he's now white. Ooh, let's have a look. Well, that's looking kind of even, isn't it? I think that's going to be a draw. Knight d4 check, going to be a draw by repetition, this one. Well played, Inglaterra. Fine performance in the blitz, and then I think a draw against a pretty strong player there. So 28.5, 14.5. I mean, it's looking so good for Canada, but there's still. I'm wondering actually whether all of the English games have got recorded.
Yeah.
Could you maybe do a refresh or something on your page and just see whether the score gets updated? I don't quite dare.
Could you just copy the tournament link into the chat?
Oh yeah, it's in the chat. It's in the chat. I think
in our chat, because I can't get.
Yeah, I think it's there already, but maybe you're not seeing it. I'll put it in again.
No, I mean in the private chat. That's it. Cool.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. Yeah. So, okay. I've got to go back and see Tom. Let's see Tom. Knight h3. It's good. He's got a good lead. I don't think White expected this Queen c7, stopping Knight f4. So White's thinking again now. So
28.5, 15.5, it's saying for me.
Okay, for you too. Now, there's some games like, for example, Bogdan's, Tom's win. They haven't been recorded.
It is showing Bogdan's win on mine.
Okay. How did Bullet Mercenary do against Deanon? Or is that still going? Even.
I think the second game is still going. So Deanon lost the first.
Yeah. Okay.
Second game.
All right. So wait a minute. I'm going to take a massive risk and just refresh the page, just to see whether some. There we are. That's come up again. I was hoping that with those extra wins that the English score would go up. But it was just no. It was just. Hack Attack is the Charles Blondin of English chess. So let's have a look at Deanon. How's that going? Deanon 2020 against Bullet Mercenary. Come on, Deanon. Oh, that's quite a good position actually for Deanon because this knight is in a bit of trouble. You're threatening just to win the bishop pair, and h3 as well is coming in. So I mean, I guess Black's really got to think about playing something like f6. But I mean, we can take on c5, we can take on f6 then, and I mean that must be a little bit of an edge. Board in Flame. Can Board in Flame make it 2 out of 2 against Nicholson Chess? Well, no, that'll be surprising if that happens. Nicholson Chess got a nice edge there for White. But could you?
If I had to guess, I'd say a draw.
Yeah, no, I just wonder whether you can make something of this one. I don't know. Thing is, I mean, you can try and go knight f3 to g5, and and this one's a little bit annoying. The point is, you can play around in various ways. I think this might be winning for White, actually. Think of it, but we'll see. Oh, Nigel loses the second game against Vadim. So
we didn't look at William of Orange yet, I think.
Indeed, William of Orange the 16th couldn't play the blitz because he was having his dinner, but he won his first game, and he's a pawn down in this game. He's got the 2 bishops as compensation, so no big deal there. Not quite clear what White should be doing because this knight is pretty nice. Your pieces are a bit weird. I mean, I think we need to start getting organised with maybe move the bishop out of the way, get your rook in. Ooh, f4. That's awful.
You have to make it, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh, you can't play moves like that. Yeah, I mean, knight takes c4 is already possible because we're threatening knight takes c3 check with a fork. So no, you just have to take it a bit. Yeah, rook g6 it's not too bad either, but
better take the knight off, I suppose.
No, we got bishop h5. You go bishop h5 now. I mean,
h5. Okay.
You've got bishop h5, but you could go rook h6. That's possible. Or to be honest, you could even give that exchange because the light squares are awful. But yeah, just need to be a bit more patient there, William of Orange. But okay, it's not over yet. Plenty of stuff still to happen. And let's have a look at Alan Mike. How's Alan Mike doing? Because he lost the first game, but he's a little bit better now against Chess Time. And look at the time situation. So plenty of. I mean, Black wants to get the knight active with knight g6. So you might want to anticipate that. Maybe could play king f3 or play king d2. Just at any rate to make sure that Black can't do that. Going to be a tough one to win this. Are you any better with White? I'm not really sure. But obviously, with the time, there's always some sort of hope. I think what you'd really want, this knight d3 would be a lovely square. Looking at c5, e5, that would be a lovely square. But it's going to take you a while. 1, 2, 3, and so yeah, going to be a tough one to make something of. How about Carl? Carl, we haven't looked at Carl for ages. Caracan Carl playing Ballet Sale. Okay, he lost the first game, unfortunately, but Caracan Carl, where are you? White. Ah, look at that ending. This is looking very good. I mean, he's 300 points outrated. So, I mean, this would be a hell of a scalp for Carl if he manages to do this one. But I mean, we're going. We've got Bishop E6. We've got loads of stuff. Actually,
you can't go Bishop E6. You can't go Bishop E6 because of Knight C3 check. Knight
C3 check. You're absolutely right. But I think H5 would be my favorite move. Just to keep the king, sort of contained there, and create another target on there. Bishop B5 also very good, because that's going to win a piece.
Yeah, that is good.
Well done, Carl. Well done. Come on, Carl. We're rooting for you. This would be a hell of a scalp. 300 points worth of scalp. This would.
Bishop takes here, shouldn't we? Bishop takes the knight.
Bishop takes important. Very good, Carl. Yeah. Rook takes, probably king back to F1 now. No point in giving away pawns. Because, I mean, we're threatening the E6 pawn as well. So, there's no, that's good. Nice and steady. And then we've got rook takes E6 after. Don't need to rush. I mean, these pawns are appalling for black. So, I mean, this should really be a win. Come on. Let's have a look at Gherkin, see how Gherkin's doing, because he was playing The Sound of the Shore, I think Gherkin was. The Sound of the Ocean, sorry. WFM Sound of the Ocean. Wonder who that would be.
That's a nice name.
It is a good name, actually, yeah. So, Sound of the Ocean. So, White's a little bit better here, really. I mean, this advance like this, a little bit risky, because the C6 pawn is a bit backwards. So knight A4 is quite good. I think, if we can just exchange off all the knights, for example, then we've got this lovely square and we can double up the rooks, and this pawn's weak, and basically White's never going to lose. It's a Keith Arkle position. Go Douglas, William of Orange. He's a friend of Walsman. So let's have a look at William of Orange. Is something happening in this game? William of Orange.
Yeah.
Oh, it's White. Oh, White to move. Well, I think we've got at least Perpetual coming up here, because I think we're going Queen H5 here, aren't we? Oh no, we could have. It was Bishop H7, Queen H5 to G6. I'm sure this was going to be at least a Perpetual. Yeah, I'm sure.
Alina Carlotta. The Sound of the Ocean is Alina Carlotta.
Carlotta. I never know.
But I know a different Carlotta. It can't be her. Because my Carlotta I knew was Romanian.
William of Orange. Oh, you had a good chance there. But anyway, keep on going. Alan Mike. How's Alan Mike doing? Alan Mike is keeping things going nicely. 3 seconds only for. Oh, yeah, actually. Would a pass pawn be a good idea? No, don't repeat moves, Alan Mike. Don't repeat moves. You're way ahead on time. So I think king back and then playing C5 would be great. Just a pass pawn, and I mean you could also a pass pawn would be great, and then we'll see what happens later.
Yeah, there's an Alina Carlotta, Romanian, who I definitely played her. If it's the same girl, I played her in a World Junior or something. No, it can't be World Junior. But
okay, we could take off here and then go Rook H6 and pick up a pawn. Rook H6 check. Oh, knight F5! Oh, Alan Mike!
Whoa!
Look at that one. Completely missed that one. Well played, Alan Mike. Played the time beautifully. Good. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. We need loads more of those. Come on, Caracan Carl. Caracan Carl is doing great. So there's no reason for... that's a very good move, F4. We'll have Bishop C8 check, takes F5 afterwards. So this is looking like a big 1-0 for Caracan Carl. So excellent. How about Chess Forever? Because he was... Ooh, he's got out of this pretty nicely. A little bit of a queen a1 check threatened here.
That's checkmate, isn't it?
Threatening checkmate. So, and I mean, look at that white king. That white king. White king is really looking very, very weak. Yeah, c3's got to be played. But now, what have we got here? Well, I mean, even knight c3. Probably it's knight c3. There's rook e1.
What about knight e3? Oh,
well, we go rook e1. Unfortunately, that's the and then everything's getting swapped off. Would we have something? We need to have something really.
What about like rook b8? One of the rooks to b8, and then trying to come in on b1 or something like that.
Yeah, we'll have rook e1, unfortunately, all the time. That's
queen f5. Or,
that's pretty good. That's a pretty good attempt. Yeah. I'll. But I guess we could just go bishop d5. That's what I'm a little bit concerned about.
Yeah, because that
queen d5
queens, doesn't it? Which isn't what we want.
It's not what we want.
Not if we're hacking.
Not if we're hacking. Okay, so I think it's a little tricky.
Oh, he's got f3 though.
No, he hasn't, has he? No.
Oh.
No, it's white to move. White to move.
Oh, sorry, just the square turned yellow.
Yeah. Chess Forever. 64. Let's make sure we have a look at you. Karakhan Karl still. Loads of pawns up there. Rook a5. Come on, Karakhan Karl, keep it together. Nice and steady. We believe in you. Got plenty more time as well. So giving some checks there, but they're only checks. F takes e4, lovely. Bishop e4. You're perfectly covered now. H5 and h4 weak like this.
Yeah, this should
perfect stuff. You're doing really well.
King
e3 now, and then afterwards we pick up that pawn on h5. Classic stuff. Well done. Come on, Karl. Rook h5. You know it makes sense. Rook g5 check would also be strong, but rook h5 would be brilliant. Lovely. Lovely. Come on, Karl. Really good stuff, all this. Who else have we got playing? Chess Forever 64. B Unit is still playing. What's happening with B Unit here? So 1, 2, 3. He's a pawn up, isn't he? He is a pawn up. It's just going to be a bit hard to keep the pawn. But this knight on a4 is rather out of the way. So you would hope somehow that we've got some really nice things we can do. I think knight b5.
Unlucky, Douglas. It's the rook on h1 was on prise.
Oh. Knight b5. This is quite unpleasant, I think. I mean, queen d5, we could go rook d7, and white's pieces are looking so loose. So this is looking pretty good for B Unit. Is there still hope for a miraculous turnaround? How about Demon? Demon's doing quite nicely against Bullet Mercenary. So look at that. Beautiful position, lots more time. So looking pretty good. How's Chess Forever doing? We've swapped off to rook ending, but quite decent chances, I think, for a draw this. Going to be very hard for white to keep everything together. Black's rooks are very active. Pawns are a bit weak. I would hope Chess Forever could make could get a draw here. How about Gherkin? Gherkin still very, very solid. Gherkin. Knight coming around to d4 to protect the pawn on b3. You'll play g3 afterwards, and yeah, I mean you can't lose basically. Let's have a look. Who else have we got? Gherkin's one of the last to play actually. Coventry, Rory-Don. We haven't Seen Rory-Don S playing against Hoolican. Rory-Don. Hoolican. Whoa, look at that king.
This king.
It's
Queen b5.
Yeah, Queen b5. Oh, King e3. Bishop f4 check, King f2. Is that legal even? That is actually possible.
You could maybe then.
I think I just want to play I don't know. If I'm not going to think of anything else, I'll
at the end of that line, I think.
I'll play e5 and just open stuff up even more. Because then if d takes c5, I go a queen b5 check.
Yeah.
If there's nothing else, I mean, there might well be.
Yeah, queen b5. Was it king e3? Then bishop f4, king f2. I think then can't we win with bishop c1?
Bishop c1, we go rook c1.
And then take on... Oh,
back rank. Nah. I mean, e5 is a key move. I mean, e5 is just the move you want to do. You just open it up more, and just like that, and that's going to be good. So go on, Rory Don. He's got 3 minutes left. Should be enough time. Chess Forever. How's Chess Forever doing? Is he holding this?
Ooh.
Yeah, this is looking okay, I think. HG. Oh, we're going to just take that one, aren't we?
Take on f3 first.
Yeah, we're going to take on f3 first. Probably like this, I think. And come on, Chess Forever. Keep that. Make a 1.5 against a Canadian IM. That would be pretty... Hi,
Inglaterra. How are you doing? Active King.
Hey, Inglaterra. Well played, Inglaterra. Good blitz wins and very good games, because that guy is got a 2300 at blitz, so he's pretty strong. So excellent. Actually, isn't Tom's actually going to be a pawn up now? Wow. And I mean, it should just be a draw, but if anyone's got the chances, it's Tom.
Now he needs to bring in his Carlsen techniques.
Well done, Carl. Caracan technique, winning through in the end. Well played. 300 points difference. Great scalp, Carl.
Fantastic.
How's B unit doing? This is looking quite interesting. I'm not sure how this has gone, really. Why did Bogdan...
you want to kind of... Yeah.
I'm not sure about this. This has gone a bit pear-shaped, this one. I mean, maybe you're not worse as black, but it's just I think there's just a lot of there's a G5, Queen H4. My goodness, Bogdan, are we sure about this? Because I can go Rook H2, right? Queen F6. I could take and go G5. I mean, maybe you can... Oh, you got Queen A2 at the end. Maybe. Rook F1. I don't think that's the best move. I'm sure you should have been playing on the H file there, but it's still tricky. I mean, if the white knight comes back to D5 and then F4 and then G6 after... Oh, I would have taken with the... I would have gone GF, I think. I'm not sure he wants a pair of rooks off, surely. Okay, come on, B unit. He's got more time. That's the good thing. Oh, black won by timeout.
Okay, this is Tom. Well done, Tom.
So well done, Tom. Well done, Carl. All the heroes. Well done, Will Sonia 85. All the heroes of this stream coming through. So let's look. Deanon. How is Deanon doing? Deanon's doing very nicely. He's got still lots more time. Just got to, this is very good. Just nice and calm. You should now, really try and go G3, H4, nice, and King G2, Bishop D3. No rush at all. Just keep it going. You can play this position forever and just run black short of time at the same time. Blood in Flame did lose that ending. So in the end, it was a tough one to hold. So here, I mean, we can take, or we can just go Bishop D3. Probably I prefer to take, I think, and then Bishop D3. I think that's quite nice.
Positional one, this game. Indeed,
a positional one. Even I don't know. Maybe both are good. You can do both like that. Who else have we got still going?
This might be not right. Could you win a pawn with Queen takes, Rook takes, and Bishop G4? And if Rook C6
and Rook D5, Yeah, no, I think you're right. Actually, were you actually winning a pawn like that? Possible. I think, yeah, maybe you go king f8, but okay. No, yeah, good spot, Natasha. Absolutely. Queen d2. This is also very sensible. Just maybe bishop d3 now.
Yeah.
Or maybe we go bishop back to g4. Can do anything in this position. Coventry 1-2-3. How's that going? Because that was a heartbreaker, that one. I think Coventry lost on time. I think in a position in which he was winning. He's better again against Tartakova. So
it's having a rematch against the same person, because you kind of, if you mess it up, you think you want a chance to get revenge. Although on the other hand, then they've already got the psychological advantage if you had messed it up in that first one.
Yeah,
but it's sort of nice getting one of each color, I think.
Yeah, no, that's quite well. This is very nice for black. I mean, just bring the king in now. That's the that's quite a good thing. Or maybe round here. This should just be a very nice position for black. It's oh, rook d2. Oh no, that's not right. That's not right at all. Because this pawn's going to go move up to b7 now. That's never going to be winning. Oh, you would just Coventry played so well, had so many good positions there, and yeah, no, really, really deserved more from that one. Oh my goodness! Look at what's happened with Hoolighan. This bishop on h2 is trapped now. Oh, Rory, you were so winning. Oh dear me. So now it's just completely lost. Oh, hard luck, Rory Dunn, because that was looking really, really good. So look, Deanon still going strong. B unit. B unit is that was a draw.
Okay. So he got 1.5, didn't he, in the rapid play?
He did. I'm just wondering, actually, king b2, knight d2, a3. I guess that was a draw, but I'm just wondering. I mean, if anyone had some chance, some sneaky chances, some Tom Villiers, basically, you know, it was Bogdan really. I think
because it's threatening checkmate on b1.
Yeah, I mean, if you go a3, I don't know.
Yeah, so the line is
maybe it's nothing, but it's just, I know you just have the feeling that, you know, I could maybe achieve something. I mean, I could go rook b1, rook c1. No, just show you what I mean. I mean, I could go. I mean, king b2. I can go knight d2. So I'm threatening rook b1 checkmate. So you go a3, I guess. I give check. King there. And I wanted to go. Well, I want to go rook there. You know, to have something like this, and knight b1 check, and king a2 and rook a2 mate. I mean, there's ways to avoid all that, but you could definitely try it, I would have thought.
What if the king came back? So when you went rook c.
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, that's just a draw. Unfortunately, there's. But I mean, you could try it. Really, it's just. I mean, there's no risk, and I don't know whether there's. I mean, you could also try knight e4 round to c3, for example. I don't know whether that has any hope, but yeah, just strange. I mean, you know, would have been quite okay to just try this one. But okay, well played, Bogdan. That's 1.5 on top board. Yeah, excellent. Let's look, Rory Don. Oh, poor Rory Don. Coventry, how's this happening? Yeah, this is going to be a draw. Also, wait a minute. Why didn't advance the pawn? Why didn't white advance the pawn there? That's very strange. Are there any chances for?
Should still be a draw, shouldn't
it? This should still be a draw. Yeah. It's just yeah. This must be a draw. But yeah, no, just very strange why I didn't move the pawn up to b7, because that would have been much more normal. H Sadler against Forever. Let's have a look. Where are we? That's just ended in a draw, I think. Oh,
Oh yes, that's a
big
draw.
fighting game there. So yeah, Deanan against Blue Mercenary. Oh, Deanan has picked up the e6 pawn, but has lost his queen side now. Are there any chances for something here, or is it going to be a draw? I rather think it's going to be a draw. Yeah, and Deanan's hasn't got much of a time advantage either, so yeah. Oh, top guesser is Legendary Chicken. Well done, Legendary Chicken. So Coventry still playing this one, but Coventry is offered a draw, and I think that's going to be that is going to be it. Which leaves us, I think, with probably this one's just drawn as well. So I think the only game we've got left is Deanan.
Deanan. Okay, let's follow Deanan.
But I think that this one is going to be a draw as well. So it's going to be a very convincing win for Canada there. 40-24. We're not much we could do, I think, to be honest. I mean, we had enough players, but it's simply too strong.
Mm.
Got to be careful here, Deanan. I mean, if anyone's better, then it's black here. So
would you go? I think I might be tempted to go h4 for white at some point.
Yeah, that would be a good thing to do here. But yeah, I mean, rook e2 is probably is that it probably is required. Oh, rook e6. I'm not sure about that one. You wanted to have 6 to b6 in reserve for later, surely. If we just go king f7 here now. What is Deanan's plan here? Come on, Deanan.
Don't you?
Yeah, but then we go rook cc2. So, oh, Deanan! Deanan. Oh no! Well, that sort of sums up the match, I think. Oh, Bullet Mercenary offered a draw. Oh, how that was pretty sporting. Well done, Bullet Mercenary. Yeah, respect for that. Excellent. But the match is complete. Chess Federation Canada wins convincingly, 40-24 after an equally convincing win in the Blitz. So there we are. But
congratulations to the Canada team.
Indeed. But we on this channel, we were winners because we saw Caracan Carl win his game with a 300-point difference. We also saw Chess Forever winning both games.
Despite
in great style in the rapid, so very proud, very happy, and
well, big Ogden.
Yeah, very well, and also again, respect to Bullet Mercenary for offering a draw there. That was very sweet, and well done, Will Sonia as well. Great, I think, great performance there against some strong players there. So really excellent. Oh, and Alan Mike won the second game. Fantastic.
Well done, Alan Mike.
Yes. Brilliant. All right then. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this time.
Thanks very much for watching.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to have lots more coming up. So keep watching this stream for all your favorite ECF chess matches. Okay, thanks very much indeed, everyone.